So, guys, here we are, MMA UK News, Stoomboy, as always, MMA UK BJJ show. So, talking about SGI10. SGI10 is going to be this Saturday, the 7th of May. Now, ticket availability, if there is any tickets available, head over to Scottish Grappling's Facebook page. It'll take you through to their booking system. Tickets, I believe, are still available for this. There's also going to be, for the very first time ever, there's going to be pay-per-view at SGI10. Pay-per-view is obviously something that we've been building up, and now's the right time, and this is the right card to be having pay-per-view for. So pay-per-view is available, again, at the Scottish Grappling page. It's going to be an awesome pay-per-view. Again, you've got commentators. I'll be one of them. We're going to have a special commentator with me as well, which hopefully we'll find out, hopefully before Saturday. Do you know what I mean? So, but it should be somebody really, really good, obviously, that's going to be sitting next to me on the evening now. The card itself looks fantastic. I mean, anybody that's seen the card so far, I know there's been a couple of changes to it this week, which is added to the card. It's obviously made the card that much better. And my next guest is going to be on the show. So Hamish, I believe the fight was announced on the Scottish Grappling page yesterday. So Hamish Makepeace is going to be up against Dylan Barr. Now, Hamish fighting out of Aberdeen Combat Centre. So, again, another awesome gym here in Scotland. Obviously, some absolute animals coming out of Aberdeen Combat Centre. So, we're going to see, obviously, Hamish putting on a show on Saturday night. So, Hamish, absolute pleasure to have you on, buddy.
I know, thanks. How you doing, Stoomboy? Good to be on.
No, definitely. Listen, I saw you coming on the card, actually, when it was announced yesterday, and I was excited. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously I know what you're capable of. I know the level of talent coming out of Aberdeen Combat Centre, so I was very, very excited to see that you were going to be on the card on Saturday.
I know, it was good to get on. As I say, it was that last-minute slot. I'd seen it had come up, and I'd messaged Craig saying I'd seen the slot 75 and kind of had asked 77 just because I could maybe make it, just a bit more comfort. And then he got back to me saying yes, and we got on. So pleased to be on.
Yeah, it's a good card as well. I mean, really, really good card from start to finish. You're going to be opening up the show, as we know, obviously you and Dylan. But I mean, the card is awesome. All the way right from the very first fight, obviously yourself, right up to the main event. As I say, there's going to be a lot of action-packed matchups on Saturday night.
Absolutely. Well, of course, you've got I'll be opening up, and then of course I've got my teammate and mate Caroline Plumley. She's on later, and so I've got personal investment in that. And then that's a killer main event. You've got the like Dom Dylan coming in as well, and it's looking like a right card to be doing pay-per-view on. Yeah.
There's a lot of different martial arts on show that night as well. There's going to be obviously jiu-jitsu. There's going to be wrestling. There's going to be judo, and all high level. I mean, high-level jiu-jitsu. We're going to see high-level wrestling. Obviously, Dom Dillon, ex-catch world champion. You've got, obviously, judo, Julia Scardone, Tommy Jackson, Ian Feenan, and then the other guy, Tetsuya Numata, the Japanese guy fighting out JNL, who, again, is another awesome judoka from Japan. So there's going to be a lot of different kind of martial arts. So there's going to cater to everybody that's watching, whether it be in the audience or at home.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, no, it's definitely the cards we bring in that pay-per-view on, because you've got that such diversity in styles. You don't just have guys sitting down or guys that are just pissing around on the feet for 10 minutes. You're going to have all the clashes of style together. So no, it should be ace.
Should be fireworks, mate. Definitely fireworks on Saturday night coming out of the Maryhill Community Hall. So, which is something we love, man. We absolutely love seeing action-packed matchups, and we're going to see it both gi and no gi. You mentioned Caroline as well. Caroline's absolutely awesome to watch. Do you know what I mean? Caroline seems to be doing everything. Do you know what I mean? Which is absolutely brilliant. So I always laugh whenever I see Caroline. Not laugh, sorry. I always love it when she's out there and she can be doing MMA. She's doing jiu-jitsu. She's obviously training wrestling. She's doing everything. So she's always on the go.
Yeah, I mean, she had what, like two MMA fights by, like start of April, and then of
Yeah.
course we're just in Dublin, just she's too active, making me look slow.
And then what about you? I mean, how's training going for you at the moment? Obviously, now that we're properly allowed to be training, I mean, how's everything going for you? Because I know you've changed over to Aberdeen Combat Centre. So what's life like where you are at the moment?
It's fantastic now. Yeah, I moved over. We opened up in July. I moved over, and I think start of December. So,
Yeah.
but then I was quite ill for periods of time since I got my booster. I seem to have had a weird effect, and it's like that whole inflammation of the heart, so I've like fatigue and whatnot. I was just saying at the start of the week, this is the first like week where I felt properly 100%, and it's not like I had too much of an effect, but you need to feel 100% at ACC. Killers in the gym, as you've got guys like. Craig, of course, who he had a fantastic performance over in Dublin. We were over on the weekend, and big guys like YBT, Josh, killers.
Yeah. So that's really, really good, Jim. As I said, I know that they allowed us to put on the ADCC trials training camp, the Scottish training camp. So, and obviously, we had some guys coming up and obviously came to the gym and said it was an absolutely brilliant facility. Do you know what I mean? Everything was really laid out. And obviously, the guys, at ACC were very accommodating as well, which was brilliant.
I know that was good, because you had guys like Kevin McCallum and Mike Hunter. They'd come from up north, and then Dean Robertson, Chris Hayes, they came up as well. So, no, it was good rounds. Decent rounds.
Yeah. We're definitely going to do that again at some point because obviously the people in Scotland absolutely loved it. I mean, we did the Gee, and we kind of went from Glasgow all the way up to Aberdeen. So we hit Aberdeen, we hit obviously Brecon, we hit Perth, Stirling, Bathgate. Obviously, we did a couple in Glasgow. So the next time we're going to obviously put on some more, try and get back up to Aberdeen again because, people loved it. People definitely enjoyed it.
Well, it's good to have those guys up as well because, I mean, we often, being a little bit further out, we have to travel a bit more for comps and whatnot, so it's nice when things kind of come a little bit more to our doorstep. Like, I think Fair City had a pretty big turnout. Playfair. Yeah, it's Playfair.
Fair City. Yeah, Fair City.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. So they had a pretty big turnout, which was quite good. I know that Arizona, who she's headed over for trials, she was at that, and hopefully she kills it this weekend.
Definitely. Listen, hopefully Arizona, and obviously because there's quite a few Scottish contingents going out. Obviously we got Jack Brown, Kev McAloon. You got Mark McQueen, Davy Sharp. Obviously, Arizona's going over. Cammy Donnelly's going over again. There's probably a few I've missed out, but there's going to be quite a few Scottish representatives on Saturday over in Poland for that trial. So yeah, fingers crossed. It all goes absolutely brilliant for me. Let's hope they all win, mate. Let's hope every single one of them wins. So
exactly.
Yeah.
No, it should be a good turnout from them. I think it's a very large contingent of guys from here going over, which is quite nice as well. I mean, it paves the way for other ones to go in the next few years. So hopefully I'll make over at some point.
Definitely. Then what about you then? So SGI10. So obviously got the call up. Obviously it was quite late. So obviously took a kind of last minute notice. So you've got a few days. But one thing I remember saying this off camera before we came on. I mean, you're always training. You're always in shape. You're always trying to keep yourself training, and you're trying to get rounds in as much as possible. So, how did you find out then? You said you spoke to Craig. You seen it, spoke to Craig, and then that was you.
Yeah, well, I'd seen the post come up, and I've been watching weight for Dublin all week because I generally walked under about 80 kilos, so I was getting down, so I was doing under 82, so of course with the gi and whatnot. I sat down and I finished my lunch, and I had quite a big lunch, and then I saw 75, and I was like, fuck, okay, I can do that. So I messaged Craig, I was like, I can probably do 75, but let's ask for 77, and if they come back, I'll do. But then he said no more than 77, so I was like, no bother. So as you say, still in shape, and I'm feeling really good.
Yeah, you had a big lunch as well. What did you have?
I had like 4 steak Fridays because it had been ages. It's just cholesterol's horrendous. But, as I say, I hadn't eaten much the previous week, so it was nice to kind of get that one reprieve, and then I'm back to soup and not very much else.
Listen, you're a young guy, mate. You can burn off 4 steak bridies, no problem at all.
Trying to. So got, I mean, I've ballooned up to as much as 84 sometimes, which is for my height, which is interesting.
Yeah. And then, what about you then? So obviously the rest of the year. So 2022 is going to be a big year because obviously, as you know, especially for the last 18 months, 2 years, we've not been able to compete. We've not been able to train much and stuff like that. So hopefully, fingers crossed, 2022, we're going to see a full year of events and training and different open mats and stuff like that. So what would you like to see yourself doing for the rest of the year, competition-wise, Hamish?
Well, it's I'll do the Scottish one. I've got the sub only coming up at the start of June. It'd be good to get back into the Scottish ones again. I wasn't doing them so much with the whole masks and restrictions and whatnot, just because. And this was through no fault of course, organisers, the Scottish government, because it seemed like you do a match, you step off, you put a mask on. It's been a bit of an arse for folk, but it was good. I was glad that they were still getting well attended. But I'll do the Scottish one, and then there's a few grappling industries coming up, looking at what was Amsterdam and Berlin are looking good, and I think BJJ just announced the British one not long ago, but that might not be doable. But ideally looking to be active. Grappling industries are running like 2-3 a month in like pretty easy to get to places, so they're a fun rule set. Just all kinds of submissions, and like you get 10 matches in a day regardless, which is nice as well.
Yeah, it's going to be a grappling industries coming to Scotland as well, August. So
exactly, that should be good.
Yeah, grappling industry is awesome. I mean, really, really well put together comps, and do you know what I mean? And it's brilliant. Wherever they go, they're always well represented as well. They always come out with a lot of people, a lot of competitors turn up for it, and so on. So yeah, grappling industries could be definitely a shout because as you know, there'll be quite a few of them to choose from. So you'll be able to travel a lot of places. And then IBJJF obviously now having the British. Hopefully that's now the European comps all starting to open up. So yeah, hopefully the British, I think the British is June or July? I think it's June, I believe. So yeah, mate, that could be a shout as well, Hamish.
I will see. Hopefully they get another one in Europe later in the year as well. Because June might be filling up a little bit. But no, I was going to say it was quite nice. It was the first IBJJF I've done was Dublin. Carolyn and Craig had both done a couple, but honestly, so well run. It was just like not too many folk getting past the barricades and standing that side. It was like you were caught, and it was just. I mean, as you'll know, I was very impressed. It was super well run.
Yeah, no, IBJJFs are good. Plus, Craig loves that IBJJF comp. So Guthrie's absolutely loves them. Always wins medals as well. Usually, whenever he goes to an IBJJF comp, which is brilliant. You know what I mean?
I know he had a top performance there. He ended up he didn't get a match. They made Cathal Pendred was in his absolute division, so that would have been quite something. But no, I know the whole team had good performances in Dublin. No, it's a good trip.
Definitely, Dublin's brilliant. And then what about you then? So final thing for you. So obviously you've been in the game for a little bit. So I'm pretty sure you've trained with a lot of fantastic people over the years. So anybody you want to shout out to? So the usual friends, family members, teammates, things like that.
So obviously, Caroline Bumley for everything that she does. And then, of course, Craig Guthrie as well. And then all the boys at ACC, YBT, Josh, Fraser, all them. And then some guys from before as well, like Ben Randall. He's always been super supportive. Him and Mo Coles as well. They've always been really good, yeah. And just everybody that's keeping it going. Yeah.
No, definitely. Listen, well, we're looking forward to seeing you Saturday night as an absolutely fantastic addition to SGI10. So guys, SGI10 is going to be this Saturday, 7th of May. It's going to be Mary Hill Community Halls in Glasgow. It's going to be pay-per-view at this one, so anybody that can't make the event, then definitely head over to Scottish Grappling, get your pay-per-view from there. I think it's about £10, I think it was quoted, so £10 for this card is unbelievable. It's a great price for some of the level of grappling that you're going to see. And then anybody that is wanting to go, that's going to be at the venue, make sure you head over to Scottish Grappling and get your tickets directly through their booking system. So definitely do not miss this, and do not miss Hamish Makepeace and Dylan Barr going to be kicking off the show. So they're going to be letting everybody see what's going to happen on Saturday night with that very first fight. So, Hamish, absolute pleasure to have you on, buddy.
I know, thank you very much for having me, Stoomboy. Very, very nice of you to have me on.
No problem at all. Listen, you need to say to Caroline. Caroline was shy because I messaged Caroline, right? I said, Caroline.
But she was a bit busy schedule. You didn't get back to her in time. You know, things fill up.
Oh no! Listen, I messaged her and I said, "Well, let me know," and then because Caroline, I think I tried to interview her before. That was the second time I tried to interview her, and she patched me twice now. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to see it.
She messaged you back though. I know because I remember because I've been there the whole time. She messaged you back saying she's available now, but you didn't get back to her. You know, snooze you lose type thing.
Mate, I'll need to check that. I just said Caroline's shy, very, very shy. She's not shy on Facebook. Do you know what I mean? So, but I'll need to double check. I'll double check. Do you know what I mean? So, but nah, it's going to be good seeing you and Caroline Saturday night, buddy. But listen, enjoy the rest of your training. All right. Stay away from them steak bridies. All right.
Exactly, man. Yeah, honestly, it's miserable. I was going to have a couple of common steaks, you know, just pig out, but nothing.
No, listen, we'll definitely see you on Saturday, buddy. Enjoy the rest of your week. All right.
Cheers. Same to you, Stoomboy. See you soon, mate.
Take care. Bye bye.
Bye bye.